So first thing I wanted to make it clear that I'm not a salesperson, I'm a technical person. I have been working in the technology for more than 2 decades now. And this is our series of webinars that we have been presenting. Today, our topic is Veeva Vault post-implementation support. And this is coming straight from our experiences. We have implemented Veeva for many of our customers, like Immunogen, Tyler. And today, since you are the only one here, I know this is a quiet week after the holidays. So there were quite a few folks who showed the interest, but I see only you and a couple of more. So what we will do is, instead of a one-way interaction, maybe we can focus on the things that you want, Tyler, and from our experience, we can share that with you. We can use this slide deck for some of our discussion points, but we don't have to get stuck with it. Being a technical person, I like interacting more and getting straight to the questions better. So with that, this is our agenda today. We will be going through our differentiator, what we do or how do we provide the support, what are the various automation techniques for user and access management that in our experience we have found efficient, what is the efficient way of providing the support for configuration requests, and some of the case studies for in Clinical Vault and the Quality Vault. Next 15-20 minutes, I would like to share some of the experiences that we have. And before we go ahead, this is about Prana Life Sciences. We are a technology firm focused on life sciences, and our focus is GXP cloud applications. And we have zeroed down in last few years on Veeva Vault applications. We specialize in end-to-end managed services, as well as some focused projects also, if that is the need. We are a very small and nimble team of about 30 people. Many of us, or most of us, are Veeva Vault certified, and we are an emerging partner of Veeva Systems. So that's our quick introduction or short introduction. What is our differentiator? So we have seen that in this industry, life sciences industry, everything moves very slow. If we need to get started with a project, we see that many of the companies or our competitors, they are experts, no doubt about it. They may be doing great work, but when we need to be nimble and get started quick, we see that there is a long time in getting onboarded and also getting the projects done, because we all understand it's a GXP restrictions are there. We are in GXP world and everything takes time here, but it doesn't have to. That's what we have found in our experience. And that's our focus going to be, that how can we make it more efficient? The support, the releases, the configuration requests, how can those be made more efficient, and how the time can be reduced, and ultimately it would reduce the cost. That's going to be our focus. So first one here is our first learning of automation of user and access management. We see in many companies, and from small to large and very large organizations, we have seen user management. There are manual requests, the request forms that are filled in. They are sent to the support staff, the Veeva support team, and then Veeva support team takes action on those. They create the users. They have to verify the trainings of the users. They have to verify the users are active users. If those are internal users, they have to check the Active Directory, like Azure Active Directory or Okta or something, and then they have to create tiles for SSO login on Azure board or Okta homepage. We have to add the tiles manually, and that's how the users get access. If those are external users, then there are some additional things again. We have to enable we have to add their extra security screening, so on and so forth. What we have done is, for internal as well as external users, we have successfully automated user creation in Veeva, the user creation using a third-party tool called SailPoint. We don't have to use SailPoint. I'm just taking this as an example. There are multiple tools, and we are not paid by any of these technologies that are listed here. We are not paid either by ServiceNow, Azure, or SailPoint, or Veeva, nobody. This is one of our examples or our recent success, that we were able to automate user creation in Veeva using SailPoint. If we don't want to use SailPoint, we have automated it using Python, using Java, SDKs in Veeva. But automating user creation based on the active users in Azure, I think that reduces tremendous amount of time in the Veeva user management. Also, deactivation of the users, that also can be done using SailPoint. I know there are some issues like if a user has active workflows, what to do with that. And that also can be addressed, if not using automation, but at least we can get a report of the users which are going to be deactivated, and we can get a report that, okay, this is the user, it's going to be deactivated, or this is already deactivated, but this user has this specific workflows, active workflows. So users and active workflows report we can have, and based on that, we can reassign those workflows, reassign those tasks to other users, and then still continue with automation. So in some cases, we have seen the user automation of deactivation of user. It raises questions. Our business is not very comfortable because of these issues, but we still think that this can be successfully implemented. We have done this. And that's why from our experience, we are suggesting it. This is one area where we can help or we can make our processes efficient. The second one is the configuration. So here, this is in the next slides, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the examples or the lessons learned and how we have improved those processes. For example, the configuration support. We use either Zendesk or ServiceNow or any other ITSM tool. We receive L2 or L1, L2, L3 tickets. We analyze them. We work on them. But what we find is sometimes there are some tickets which result into change requests, which result into creation of new features, and they don't have to get stuck in the L1, L2, L3 queue without actions being taken. So what we have found is we can have categorization of the tickets, automatic categorization of the tickets, and those tickets which have potential to become a change request, those tickets, we can separate them out and analyze them first and immediately start a change request, because we understand the change request takes time. It needs to go through the CCB board for their approval, a review and approval. It needs to go through the validation process, CSV documentation. So if we start that change and validation, CSV work and change management work right in the beginning, immediately as soon as it is identified, I think we can reduce the time. There are many such ways where we can reduce the time. We can also reduce the times when we are designing certain aspects by engaging the users early in that design. Let's say you are designing some templates, binder templates, or you are designing some overlay templates, or you are designing a new document type or document lifecycle. Then doing quick POC with users, one-on-one POC with one user, let's say, and proceeding further, and then involving everybody else once you are ready for a demo. So that also reduces the configuration support activities time, and we see the SLAs are met. So taking these actions on these problems, I think it has helped us improve the support efficiency. We have improved support efficiency in some cases like 50%, 60%, 70% in some cases, as compared to what they were doing in-house or with some other vendors, and how we have been doing it. And we are seeing they are really happy with our support work, because we use these techniques of continuous improvement in the process. And also to get the insights on a regular basis, we do run weekly reports on our support activities, how many tickets we received, how did the SLAs look like. So all this we were able to provide to our customers and improve the configuration support activities. We also have one more case study for clinical support. And for clinical support, this specific example is where they needed like 2 full-time resources to support the clinical CTMS and eTMF vaults. These users were mostly for user provisioning, user access management. I'm not having access to this particular study or this site report or this milestone, and so on and so forth. And also in CTMS, we have many reports. Sometimes these reports get generated even when or get finalized. Let's say visit report, interim visit report is there. So interim visit report gets generated when you really don't want it to be generated, and it is final. So how do you handle these scenarios? So what they used to do is manually deactivate that report, or make that report obsolete, and then recreate one more report. So what we did is, again, we user automation, we automated the user creation, user profile changes also we automated using ServiceNow. So if any user, let's say you are having access to one study or some sites, then what we did is we automated those user changes, user access changes using ServiceNow requests. You approve it in ServiceNow, ServiceNow sends a message to Veeva, and in Veeva, we create a DAC or a group assignment. We update that user's security profile if needed based on the request that is coming from Veeva. So that automation was done. And also for clinical documents support, we automated the process for report generation for milestones, report generation for sites. So sites report generation and preparing the expected document lists and actual documents for those lists. So this support, we definitely reduced or improved the efficiency, so that from those 2 full-time resources, it came to half resource, which means we just spend 20 hours a week now on that project, and that project is still being supported very well. So that kind of efficiency we were able to build because of our continuous improvement drive in the support. By the way, Veeva still provides you their certificate and the validation documents. You can say that we will just look at those. So we don't have to do anything else. We can definitely proceduralize, and you can you can rely on that. Now, thanks, and have a good rest of the day. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Have a nice day.